Mama, we made it! It's felt good, honestly. I've been excited to get going. All the coaches have been out of the building, so it's pretty much scouting and things like that. So it's been great. We have a lot of work to do.
Mentally today is just being myself. I'm not trying to be any other person. Just be myself. It's gotten me this far, and we'll see how far it can take me.
Young Thunder?
Excited.
Big day.
It is a huge day.
It is with great excitement and pleasure to introduce the next Patriots head coach, Jerod Mayo.
A new era begins here in Foxborough as the New England Patriots announced Jerod Mayo as the 15th head coach in franchise history. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access presented by GEICO. I'm Steve Burton. In front of a packed house with media and staff, New England made it official with a midweek press conference announcing the hiring of Jerod Mayo. Mayo, who played 8 seasons for the team, has been an assistant coach for 5 years before ascending to head coach, and he's not only the youngest head coach the Patriots have employed, but is also the first African-American head coach as well. Dan Roach recaps an eventful day for the Patriots' new head coach.
Mama, we made it!
Jerod Mayo arrived early Wednesday morning for his inaugural day as Patriots head coach.
We have a lot of work to do.
After a workout, Mayo checked in with the owner.
Excited. Big day. It is a huge day.
A few hours later, it was on to his introductory press conference. Robert Kraft by his side.
A lot of people here.
Family and former coaches on hand, plus current and former players.
This has definitely been a dream of mine. My calling is to be a teacher and to develop people.
Robert Kraft said he knew Mayo was the man to follow Bill Belichick 4 years ago when he and NFL players went on a special trip to Israel.
Our people haven't been here for 2,000 years.
Right.
In my lifetime it happens. That's why I'm driven to do what I feel strongly. It's my traditional roots and my people.
The week we spent together in the Holy Land in 2019 really helped strengthen my convictions about how special Jerod is as a person.
This is one of those trips you'll never forget.
As for what he'd like to do here, get everyone on the same page.
Rebuild some relationships, knock down silos, and collaborate. That's what I'm focused on.
Several of Mayo's current players were on hand, including Jonathan Jones, who piloted his own plane to be here.
It was a good day. I think I had to come in to see it for myself. Historic day.
You think it'll help he's a former player?
It does. I think that's becoming a trend now. Guys being able to relate more to players from an aspect of balancing life as a player, the career, family, and things like that when he hasn't been so long removed from that himself.
My high school coach right here.
After the press conference, it was time for family photos and meeting old friends.
You did so good.
Thank you.
Now one of the exciting parts for Jerod Mayo and this entire organization is finding that quarterback. Whether it's the number 3 pick overall in the upcoming draft, a free agent quarterback, or what they have on the roster. Mayo needs to find that quarterback because, after all, it's a quarterback coach type of league. For Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
Coming up on All Access.
First, we take a look back at Jerod Mayo's Patriots career.
I'm going to be a sponge here and just try to pick up things from each and every one of these veterans on the team and hopefully have a great career like a lot of them have.
And then, a conversation with the Patriots' new head coach.
If you're about to take a new role and don't feel a little nervous, a little pit here in your stomach, you probably need to reset your goal and set it out a little bit further, shoot for the moon, end up by the stars type of thing.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots. And by Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com.
Cameras rolling.
I have that up in my office. Time.
A look back in pictures of 3 decades of ownership with Robert Kraft.
Only Ty Law can make certain things happen or say things. He had the ability to articulate certain phrases more uniquely and more spirited than almost anyone I know.
Can I get an ownership? I own the team. I pay all y'all fools money. Can I get a little dance?
I have that up in my office. But he signed that to me. Who said white men can't dance?
Welcome back to All Access, presented by GEICO. The Patriots' hiring of Jerod Mayo is 16 years in the making. Let's take a look back at some of Mayo's most memorable moments, which includes comments from some who know him best.
All right, go ahead, John. Turn in. Let it go.
With the 10th pick in the 2008 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Jerod Mayo, linebacker, Tennessee.
How are you, Jerod? Excited?
Yeah, well, we're excited to have you.
From being a little boy in Hampton, Virginia to here now is just, it's just exciting. I'm going to be a sponge here and just try to pick up things from each and every one of these veterans on the team and hopefully have a great career like a lot of them had.
Second down over the middle. Oh, what a hit. A hard, solid tackle by Jerod Mayo. He's dropped for a loss. Jerod Mayo, the Patriot, brilliant rookie linebacker.
10th overall pick. I mean, that was my 13th year, I think. And then I looked at my watch and I'm like, yeah, it's about time for me to go.
He got labeled by Jerod Mayo. Looks over the middle, it goes. Caught and immediately buried.
That's a big boy hit.
Intercepted at the 40-yard line. Back to throw is more. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 20-yard line. Jerod Mayo.
The writing's on the wall about bringing in a kid with that type of, ability at that selection in the draft. And I've never seen a rookie come in and all of a sudden just be impactful like he was.
There's a blitz, hit and sacked. Back at the 32-yard line, careening upfield was Jerod Mayo. Manning takes the snap, back to throw. Here's the West, going to be sacked. Back at the 40-yard line, had Jerod Mayo coming high.
It was just always mutual respect because who he was and how he approached the game was very high level.
In 2019, Jerod Mayo left the business world to rejoin the Patriots as an assistant coach.
A lot of people say don't talk about leadership. I don't believe that you shouldn't talk about leadership. You can't evolve into a leader unless you talk to other leaders.
Come on. Hey, let's go. Hey, we good. Come on.
The ability to communicate with anyone and make them feel like you're on an equal level. He can speak on a level that is educated and that is personable. And when you have those two things, you get people listening to you. And that's something that I think he is exceptional at.
Jerod Mayo being head coach is one of the best moves probably of 2024. I think the world of Mayo. I remember coming in there as a young rookie. He gave me something to look up to. And now to see him as a head coach of the New England Patriots after being a defensive rookie of the year, all of those good things, he now gets to lead those groups and lead that team. And I think he's going to do a phenomenal job because the biggest thing he is he's a leader of men.
Every play, 3 seconds, right? Our play is 3 seconds. All we need is focus. 3-second increments will be good. Focus, play hard, get that ball. Good, good. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, let's be coordinated. Hey, let's be coordinated with the force. And I'm tired of hearing this, oh, we got to deal with this person, deal with that. No, they got to deal with us. This person right here, we've been saying that all year. We've been saying it for years. Let's go out there. Let's start. Let's go. Let's get back. Travel back. Travel back. Hey, let's go.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. I'm joined by head coach Jerod Mayo. Jerod, when you hear that in front of your name, has it settled in yet that you're the 15th coach of the New England Patriots?
It hasn't settled in yet, but after today, it's back to work and the head coaching duties every single day. So I'm excited for the opportunity, and it'll set in sometime soon.
You're also the first black head coach of the New England Patriots. What type of hope does that give young black players that aspire to be in the NFL in your role, especially when you have to be able to see it to believe it?
Yeah, that's right. You hit it on the head. You know, guys that have come before me, Tony Dungy, the Mike Tomlins of the world, they've always been inspirations from afar. Even when I didn't know them, it was like, man, I can do that one day. I took a break from football, got back into it, and I was like, you know what? I can do this, and that's when my goals changed to be a head coach, and today's that day, full circle.
Some of the guys that you currently coach at the New England Patriots described you as a player's coach. What did you draw from your time as a player that you use as a coach?
Yeah, you know, life is all about relationships, and I think the guys know that, and I'm all about developing, whether we're talking about a coach, an entrepreneur, someone that's just trying to, you know, improve themselves. It means a lot, you know, to even see the players come in today, like a guy like Jay Jones, who he actually flew himself up here. You know, he has his pilot's license. I'm just so excited.
You talk about learning and development being so big and a big part of your journey. You're described as a leader of men. What would you say that is in your own words?
Yeah, I just try to teach the players, like, how to think, not what to think. Like, I tell them when they get across the white lines, you have the keys. It's your show. You're out there, you see the picture. And I believe that ownership, right, when you have a team or players take that type of ownership on the product they put on the field, that's more than any coach can really offer. And so as you develop people and plant seeds in people and watch them grow and put them in positions to stretch a little bit, because the easiest thing to do is just to get comfortable. And the players, the coaches, everyone, you have to fight complacency. And if you're about to take a new role and don't feel a little nervous, a little pit here in your stomach, you probably need to reset your goal and set it out a little bit further, like, you know, shoot for the moon, end up by the stars type of thing. So that's how I look at it.
Jerod, do you think being a first-time head coach is overrated? And what do you think the transition is going to be like from an assistant coach to the head guy? Yeah,
I mean, you know, we've seen throughout all sports, guys that have a ton of experience fail first time at a new team. And we've seen guys first year come in and have a pretty good year. Look at GEICO out there in Houston. And so I think those things have to be judged on an individual basis. And when people talk about experience, like if you had 20 years experience doing one thing, I mean, of course, but you know, give me the other person that has, you know, experience that's more broad, right? More broad. And I really don't think about, I know that's always a flag that comes up, experience, but everyone was a first-time head coach at some point.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach, and congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll be back with more on Patriots All Access right after the break.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots.
Great shot, Phil. Keep plugging, man. Hey, keep fighting, keep plugging away.
There has been some movement on the Patriots coaching staff, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. Reportedly, Patriots offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien is moving on to accept the same position at Ohio State.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access, everyone. I'm Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. That press conference. What were your impressions of it?
Yeah, you know, it was a good start. I thought it was, you know, first of all, a really impressive venue, Mike. You know, good turnout. I thought the energy, you know, the change and the energy was there and evident. And, you know, my number one impression from listening to Jerod Mayo a little bit is I don't think he's going to fall into the trap that some of the other members of the Belichick coaching tree have, Mike. I don't think he has any intentions of trying to replicate everything Bill Belichick did. He's going to be himself.
Started on a light note. That GP atrium is really nice. I could spend some time hanging out in there in the future, you know. And then I think, you know, the other part I would say, like the soul of what this game is. I love this. Look in the second row, and Jerod Mayo's high school coach is there. Like, I just love what that represents, seeing Jerod's family. So you feel like you're part of something that is huge. I mean, this is what football to me is all about.
He came across to me as a very sharp coach, one that's got it together. But time will tell. But that's the way he came across to me. The word collaboration was a big word used.
It's
going to be a joint thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie. That part of it has me a little bit concerned, but it's very early in the process. And I thought, you know, our own Mike Reese kicked off the proceedings with a question along those lines, right?
This question is for Robert. There's going to come a time when you have to turn in a draft card and make a pick official or make a signing official. Who will have the final say on those decisions? Was it too harsh?
No,
out of the gate, come out firing.
It's what people wanted to know.
But what do people want to know? Like, okay, we have the third pick. Who's pushing the button? Who's going to be the one to make the call? So there was a lot of collaboration talk, Steve, but I'm willing to give them some time to sort of sort it out and figure out who fits where, who's going to stay, who's going to come in from the outside, because I still think there are a lot of unknowns.
You know, I love this stuff in terms of we can all watch the same thing and take away, maybe our takeaway might be different, right? And so when Jerod said rebuild some relationships and break down silos, like that stood out to me as powerful. And what I think he was getting at when I asked him about it was, for the better part of the last 2 decades, you know, everything with the Patriots funneled down to Bill. And that's not a bad thing, because Bill is so special and he could handle all of that. Jerod's basically saying, like, I don't want to handle that. I'm still in the learning phase, so I'm going to lean on the experts and open things up a little bit.
You saw Mr. Kraft and Jerod Mayo at the front table. When you looked around the room, who'd you see?
Yeah, I saw a lot of Patriots personnel, a lot of personnel department, Mike. I think they came out in full force, and you had a handful of players. I thought it was impressive, in particular, the personnel side. And, you know, it gets back to your words, Steve, collaboration, right? So there's a lot of guys, Matt Groh, Elliott Wolf, and, you know, all those scouts, all those guys that do a lot of work behind the scenes were out, you know, front and center, you know, in support of Jerod. So I do think that maybe it's a sign that, you know, there'll be more voices heard.
And how about the players, Paul? Like, I turned to my left, Mac Jones is walking in, and Jerod actually said when he came to work the morning of his press conference, he looked in the weight room and Mac was in there, and he said just that mentality of changing the page is something that Jerod himself views, you know, from a favorable light. Josh Uche, Jonathan Jones was there, Devin McCourty, former player, Joe Cardona, and some of them flying in from far away that I think speaks volumes to how they view Jerod.
Good stuff.
Now, you guys are wearing ties again.
It's the start of a new era.
Oh,
come on, get some
family. 1, 2, 3.
That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Pearl, I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody.